feel for what I write, so I write with my hands up. Listen deeper and believe it so you can stand up. Let my words hit hard to make a few anthems. Poetry that's wrapped in translation. Listen closely and this won't need annotation. Seems like the lyrics are always about someone hating. I use my writing to face it. Let me start so you can taste it. Yes.
Okay. Wait.
Sorry, that was my mom. All right, this poem is called 507 Words of Men, because it has 507 words in it. I've heard Shakespeare's words and mostly slurs. I'm writing this verse on what I've heard. He was right. The jumble of plays and poetry was exact. In fact, it's brought up to the point that it doesn't need to come back. It never left. To be or not to be a real man. The problem that has always messed with the minds of men, females, which have always turned them to their pencils and black ink pens. Now, from then, specifically speaking in spoken words that are pieced together from things I've heard and from lyrics of a gentleman. He speaks in ways of verses that I can only hope settle in. The question, when will it? One day he says to me portions of things I should have heard from my father's flow. About women, birds on how to be a man, how to treat her so she'll never go. To love with the heart and to just go slow. To be a real man. But I never learned that though. I needed it because I've tried, but the particular problem is I'm a teenager. Horrible hereditary hormones raging, staging the facts that I can't be a teenage gentleman because of aging. I try, but I never feel anymore because I thought as a man I was never supposed to cry. I've treated every girl poorly because of the one time I did love. We yelled and we fought and we shoved, but we never really knew what it was, and it never really came to conclusion. Blinded love, never slow, never cruising, and it was mostly emotional bruising. I only stayed because I thought if I left I was losing, but I wasn't. Wrote verses and verses, straight steam, never mad, but girls saw me as straight mean. They said Walker changed, and it was because it wasn't me. Before I was just looking for my dream to treat right. How could I when words were never spoken to me, though, about words that have to be spoken with complete honesty? Honestly, modestly, now I've learned women are more than it. My father has told me things, but never this. This poem is for sons with fathers like mine. You have nothing to look to, but you will be example for the next in line. We'll be better this time and we'll be better than fine. We never were taught to touch gently when she wants to. We never were taught to love beyond the point you got what you wanted. We never were taught to cook breakfast to women in bed. What I've said is far. It's a game that shall be played in the future, but needs to be practiced now. How? Love her. Teach the future. Sit sons so they will never have to steam. Tell them the journeys you have traveled and the nights you have enjoyed. Make him ready before he is set. Teach the lessons that me or you haven't learned yet.